Alright, I'm going to dedicate this entire video to problem 16, which we are asked to find the roots of and the multiplicity of a fairly long polynomial. I guess a key word would be rational root theorem. Here's the polynomial. 2x to the fourth minus 9x to the third plus 7x squared plus 2x minus 2 equals 0. What are the roots? Basically where y equals 0, so where your function crosses the x-axis. And what is the multiplicity of this polynomial? There really isn't a greatest common factor, and I don't think grouping is a strategy here. So we know from our Texan mathematician that to find the rational roots, that our candidates are going to be x equaling plus or minus p over q for all p's that are factors of the constant term minus 2 and all q's that are factors of the leading coefficient 2. So x can equal plus or minus p's that are factors of negative 2, so we have plus or minus 1 and 2, and q's that are factors of the leading coefficient 2, so again we have the options of 1 and 2, which means that we have plus or minus 1/2 because we have 1 over 2 as an option, 1 because we have 1 over 1 or 2 over 2, both of which are 1, or 2 because we do have 2 over 1 as an option. So our Texan friend tells us to use synthetic division to experiment and determine which of these candidates, here are our candidates, are the roots. So we know this is a degree 4 polynomial, and so therefore we should have 4 solutions. I'm going to start with the first candidate. That's not a technical term. I'm going to start with 1/2. And I'm going to divide that into my coefficients of 2, negative 9, 7, 2, and negative 2. Bring my 2 down. 1/2 times 2 is 1. Minus 9 plus 1 is minus 8. 1/2 times minus 8 is minus 4. 7 plus minus 4 is 3. 1/2 times 3 is 3/2. 2 plus 3/2 is 6/2. 1/2 times 6/2 is 3/2. Negative 2 plus 3/2 is negative 1/2. I was looking for 0 there. Didn't get it. So that's not 1. Let's try this one. Negative 1/2. Because it's plus or minus half or 1/2. So I've got 2, negative 9, 7, 2, and negative 2. Bring down my 2. Negative 1/2 times 2 is negative 1. Negative 9 plus negative 1 is negative 10, times negative 1/2 is positive 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Negative 1/2 times 12 is going to be negative 6. 2 plus negative 6 is negative 4. Negative 1/2 times negative 4 is 2. Look at that. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Bravo. Got one. Alright, but let's keep going. See if we can find any others. Let's try 1. Am I going off the bottom of the page? I'm starting to. 1. Okay, so we have our coefficients of 2, negative 9, 7, 2, negative 2. Bring down the 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. We have a 0 here. 0 We have a 2 here. 1 times 2 is 2. Look at that. We have another one. And I would take the time to do the rest of these, but I already did take the time to do them, and I tell you that 2 and negative 2 do not get us any zeros. So I'm going to stop right there. So our linear factors, is what they like to call them, are x minus 1 and 2x plus 1. And why? Because if we put our 1, which our 1 in right here for x minus 1, we're going to get 0. If we put our negative 1/2 in for x here, 2 times negative 1/2 plus 1 equals 0. All right. Now, if we divide these factors out of our original polynomial, we are going to get this. I'm going to actually divide the x minus 1 out. And the polynomial is 2x to the 4th minus 9x to the 3rd plus 7x squared plus 2x minus 2. Do I have all the right signs? Negative, positive, positive, negative. All right. So 2x, I wish I had given myself a little more room here. 2x to the 3rd times x is 2x to the 4th. 2x to the 3rd times negative 1 is negative 2x to the 3rd. So we're subtracting that, and these cancel each other out. We end up with a negative 7x to the 3rd, bring down our 7x squared. And now what goes into negative 7x to the 3rd? How about negative 7x squared? Negative 7x squared times x is going to be negative 7x to the 3rd. Negative 7x squared times negative 1 is going to be positive 7x squared. And we wind up with these canceling each other out, these also canceling each other out, so we're going to bring down our 2x and our minus 2. And what times x equals 2x? Well, 2.